Today I'm going to do Atlanta Exes Season 1, Episode 1 and 2. I don't know why they put 2 episodes on tonight, but they did, so we're going to talk about both of them. First, I'm going to introduce the ladies. That's basically what Episode 1 was, the first 30 minutes really was. Of the introduction of the women. You had Tamika Raymond, who's Usher's wife, Manietta, I think that's her name, Mo. That's Neo's ex-girlfriend, been broke up for 10 months. Tori Hart, that's Kevin Hart's ex-wife. Real cold how this is a season premiere of the show of her, and then he proposed to his new girlfriend today. That was wild. But, hey. You had Christina Johnson, I think is her name. She's CeeLo's ex-wife. They were married 8 years, now they've been divorced 8 years. Then you had Cherie Buchanan. Her dude was Ray Buchanan from the NFL. He played in Atlanta. I don't know him, never heard of him. But hey. Yeah, so Tamika's having this packing party. And she want all her friends to come over. Tori is new to Atlanta. So they invited her over to get cool with the ladies, have somebody to hang out with, all that kind of stuff. So they just having this packing party. First they was talking about just normal stuff for whatever their lives, being ex-wives and all this kind of stuff. And then they was saying they start going around to help Tamika pack. And they noticed nothing was packed. I hate for people to do that. That is like a pet peeve so bad. It's for somebody to tell me to help them come move and nothing is done. I just had that happen to me recently, like the beginning of June, and I was so fucking over it. But I still did it. I still helped my friend move. Wasn't no problem like that. But it was just the point, like, if you're gonna ask me to help you move, have, like, goddamn, can we have one box packed? Can we have some food made? I don't know, but I'm just saying. But so they're telling her, they're looking around and telling her she needs to get rid of some stuff, calling her a hoarder. She still got some of Usher's things, so they telling her she needs to get rid of it, but she's not ready to let go. Tamika is still hurting at that moment because she had just went through a divorce really with Usher, and then a year later her son had passed away. So she's still dealing with both losses at the same damn time. And then right before the divorce shit, she almost lost her life. So, I don't know. I never really went bad on her in the media because I was like, shit, that ain't my life, that ain't my marriage, didn't care. But looking at this, I get it. I get it. And your friends cannot make you move on from your hurt. That bothered me, them telling her to let go. When I'm like, it's not her time to let go. She don't want to let go. People have to let go at their own fucking time. How can somebody tell her to let go when, Christina, you've been divorced from CeeLo for 8 years and you still pregnant after this dude? So who ain't letting go? Cherie. I mean, not Cherie. Cherie still says she had her dudes mixed up in there. Mo, you still living with Neo. And Tori, you still bitter about your divorce with old boy. And I get some of your bitterness, but you bitter on some other shit too. So anyway, that was on with the moving of helping her move. Who cares? Christina meet up with CeeLo because he dresses her. He's her stylist. Okay. I don't like his style, so I don't know, whatever. She do got some weird funky style, but some of her stuff be cool, some of her stuff be way out, but hell, that's who dressing her. But she wants him to dress her for a date. She want to start dating. And we find out CeeLo has a girlfriend, but he's not ready to let her go either. The way she's not ready to let him go, he's not ready to let her go. And his new girlfriend apparently is cool with it. I'm like, oh, hell no. So, then you had Tori and Christina. They meet up, and they're just talking about her moving to Atlanta, how she want to start over. Then Christina asks her what happened with homeboy, her and Kevin, and she just basically says the same and how it changed people. Both of them did some wrong in the marriage or whatever. He's not all at fault. She's done some stuff. She probably was a bitch. I don't know. I can get that from her. and he's cheated. He cheated, and it's hard for her because the girl that he cheated with is now around her kids, and I totally got her hurt with that. I never had to go through some shit like that. But as a woman, you feel her pain to know your kids is around another woman, the one that you think caused your divorce and the breakup and all that kind of stuff. So I get her on that one. Mo had dinner with, she has family dinners every Sunday with Neo's mom and sisters. They still get along. They still cool. I like how the mama was giving her a date and advice, telling her, you know, you need to move on. I got your back. You know what I'm saying? And it was really cool. I had my oldest son, mother was the same way. She was, when it was time for us to break up, she was like, you have to do you. She was real supportive, and we still cool to this damn day. And my son is 17 years old. I've been broke up with this dude most of my son's life. So I'm like, and we still cool. And she still will give me good advice, and I would still take it. So I like that relationship between Mo and Neo's mom. What else happened on episode 1? Oh, Tamika talked to her son. They're gonna do this Cow's World fundraiser 5K. I like her son was telling her how he was proud of her and he would support her in anything she do. Like I said, she's still taking that stuff hard. So then you had Cherie. They all went out. They all went out or whatever. It was Cherie, Christina, Tori. Oh yeah, it was them three. They went out for drinks, looking for dudes. This so fat, chunky, 45-year-old. Tori kept clowning him, talking about he had the Steve Harvey haircut, so that would told his age. And I was like, yeah, I get it. But it was after Cherie was talking about how she like built guys and she like young guys. And then this that motherfucker come over there twerking. I was so here for Cherie clowning that photo. Then you had Tamika and Cherie, they go shopping. This is where the drama starts. Tamika and Cherie go shopping, and they're shopping for Cherie's 11-year-old daughter. They were shopping for her 12th birthday, and they was at a clothes store. So they picking up, they both have different styles, and Cherie asked Tamika to come along because she's a stylist. But what Cherie was picking up was conservative, and Cherie was picking up conservative. Cherie was picking up ratchet shit for 11. It was just too wrong for 11-year-old girl. And Tamika felt some kind of way about that. Like, we're in the wrong fucking store, first of all. I'm like, hell yeah. Why are y'all not in, like, Forever 21 or the Rainbow? I don't know. Just some little young people's store, wherever the young girls shop nowadays. I don't know. But that's where she should have been at. I don't know. Should she been at Macy's getting little kid section? She's 11 years old. I don't understand how sexy you want her to dress. And then she's talking about, I was on Tamika's side this whole time where it comes to partying with your daughters. I said that in the video before about people partying with their kids. Like I said, I want to be their mother. I understand we have that open communication line, but I want to be a mother to my child. It's a lot of times people step over that fine line of being your friend and your parent. And clearly, we see Cherie steps over that line. She has a 21, 22-year-old daughter that she partied with, and she don't see nothing wrong with it. I see something wrong with it. Some people don't. I don't party with my mom. Not gonna happen. Not gonna party with my daughter. But I have partied with my godmom, and hey, she turns up like, well, we have to go and get her off the dance floor from Troika. So I get how it's awkward. I really do. I really, really do, because I love my godmom, but I'm glad we kind of part ways on the partying scene. But we used to go to the club, I'm telling you, all the time with her daughters and stuff like that. And it do get kind of awkward. So I do feel where Tamika's coming from, like, I don't do that. And kids supposed to dress appropriate. I'm sorry, they do. That's why we got fast ass girls now. That's why we got men going after little girls. Like, because I always say this, and I even tell my niece this, like, it's not about what you got on. It's always about, these men don't care. My niece, even when she was 15, 16, people that was 20-some-year-old were hitting on her. Shit, I remember being in junior high and dudes was 22 years old hitting on me. So these dudes don't care. And I wasn't listening to my grown men and like, oh, your tight jeans is causing them to look at you because you got booty, you got hips. And I wasn't thinking like that. And a lot of girls don't think like that, but it's true. So anyway, Cherie felt some kind of way. But instead of addressing her at the moment, she went and told Tori. And then Tori immediately got on Cherie's side without hearing both sides. That's what kind of irritates me with friends. If we are friends in a circle, can you hear both sides before you just take judgment? I do like how she said that they need to talk, but you could still see that Tori mine was already where Cherie's was, of being judgmental and all that kind of stuff. And then they was like, she shouldn't be judgmental, and she went through stuff of being judged as you know, to her parenting or whatever. Okay, I get that, but she just spoke her opinion and how she feels. So we all have friends we don't agree with, so I don't see what the big deal was. You either address her or keep pushing, either or. But to go talk to somebody else without talking to that person only fuel the fire in the group. So all the ladies meet up for lunch or whatever, and now that Cherie got balls from talking to Tori about the comments and all that kind of stuff and partying on her daughter, she comes in there with a white bra and a white hot top. And I was looking like Tamika like, really? Bitch, you ain't going out on a date, you ain't going to the club, you're having lunch with your girls. What is all that extra for? But to me, it was just to put up in Tamika's face. And Tamika called her out on it. Tori was like, okay, we don't all, you don't have to do that or whatever, because she was talking about some people need makeovers, and Tori was like, let her be her, and all this kind of stuff. And they was like, you haven't mourned the death of your marriage yet? And she was like, yes, I have. But like I said, she was getting hit with shit back to back, so she's still feeling some kind of way. And Tamika just broke down, and then that's when all the girls were telling her they have her back and all that kind of stuff, and they moving on and all that type of shit. And I'm like, the girl had to break down for y'all to get up off of her back and all that kind of stuff? Come on now. Whatever. So episode 2 was all about Tamika having this flea market kind of thing for her son's foundation. The girls are all going to go. Well, they all say they're going to go. And then, what else happened? Cherie did go talk to Tamika about her actions and her comments and her throwing jabs. And Tamika was like, there's no harm. There's no harm. I just say little things and I need to work up on that. So that was cool. Then that's when she told her that she's going to throw something and invite some guys. And Tamika was just basically like, no sagging, no criminal record, stuff like that, saying what she wanted. So then you had Mo and Christina. They went to the jeweler. She wanted to turn her ring into something else, but then she decided not to after the damn jeweler tell her the story of how Neo bought the ring. And I'm like, why the fuck would you do that? She didn't need to hear that story if the damn relationship was over. But whatever. So like I said, she's going to put it up for safekeeping because the lady changed her mind. Then all the ladies go out. Cherie bring her daughter Destiny. Destiny is mingling. She's twerking. She's doing all that kind of stuff. And Tamika's feeling some kind of way because she's there. And like I said, I get it. Some people do party with their kids. That's on them. I'm not judging you guys. I just say it's not for me. And apparently it's not for Tamika neither. So then they get these guys that they matched them up with. Tori got matched up with this dude named Santiago. He was 5'2" and 22 years old. Probably, I think he was still in school. Mo dude had a 2-month-old baby. Tamika dude barely turned 30. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And Tori went off. Tori went the fuck off like, okay, I don't like little kids. Just because I have one little midget, that's what she said. Nah, don't judge me. Just because I have one midget don't mean I want another one. And I'm sitting there like, bro, you gonna get flack for that? But I get where you coming from. So then Tamika goes to her little company and Tori comes by to help her. And Tori is kind of irritated because Nothing is set up, nothing is organized for this tea market. There's no press, there's no celebrities, so she feeling some kind of way. But Tamika feel like it's gonna be a big success because she Tamika Raymond and yada yada yada. Okay, so then Christina and Cherie, they at Christina's house because Cherie's helping her get ready for her blind date or wherever she set her up with, and they talked about Christina don't want to wear stuff that low ball. And Cherie like, bitch, I had on the necklace that Ray bought and I fucking this necklace like, girl, boo. I was cracking up. But she just want her to come out of her shell and whatever. So then she go on this date with this dude named Willie. Willie was cute. Willie was cute. So she over there interviewing him, asking him all these kind of damn questions. And then by the end of it, he was like, how he is still married, but they've been separated for 1 year. So she was kind of laid back, like, oh wait, hold on, this shit was going real good until this happened. But he asked her about a second date, and she said yes, so that was cool. And I think they kind of matched. They matched more than her and CeeLo, shit, I can tell you that. But hey, but most of them women were there before the fame, except Tamika and Mo. No, not Mo. Mo been with him for a minute. Yeah, only Tamika was the only one that was. No. Did Mo? Yeah, Mo got with him when he had money. But he was just coming into his fame, so hell. But yeah, so most of these women were there when the motherfucker didn't have nothing. So that's why they feel a certain kind of way about their exes or whatever. But all the ladies meet up for lunch to talk about the blind date. And as Christina keep trying to tell about the blind date and how, what's the name first? Tamika kept throwing jabs. First she was talking about he was a boy. She was surprised that the dude that Cherie set her up with a cute dude. She was just throwing little shots at Christina's comments as she was talking about this dude. Then by the end of the thing, Christina was telling the girls how he's still married. So Tori was talking about, oh, red flag or whatever. And I'm like, okay, you was just been talking about homegirl being judgmental. You've been judgmental about who she trying to date. But hey, we all give our opinions when our homegirls say they dating somebody else. And we tell them, hey. So I get it. But I'm like, hey, if that's what she like, that's what she like. What else happened? And you know, everybody, Tamiko talking about how she dated a married man before, but he didn't get a divorce because of his religious beliefs and all this kind of stuff. Then they talked about Mo still got kids of Neo, and she was like, it's for our kids, and she's feeling some kind of way about Tamika calling her shit a shrine. And that's when we found out that Cherie still got stuff in Ray's. And that's when Tamika was like, well, bring that shit to the flea market, tea market, whatever you want to call it. So then you got Teresa and Tori. They have a sit down because Tori want to talk about Tamika. She wants to talk about her jabs. And instead of you talking to the source, like I said before, you go talk to somebody else and shit don't get resolved. Y'all just amping each other up to hate a woman even more that don't know your issues. So that was that. Then all the ladies meet up before the tea market except Tamika because Cherie called them to tell them her best friend called her or texted her or whatever and said that Tamika had been talking about her parenting skills, so she won't be going. And I'm like, okay, but at least she told you. It's not nothing that she probably told Monica that she wasn't expressing to you. See, that's what's wrong. People, okay, maybe she shouldn't have been talking about her, but she told you. I hate when people act like, oh, she's talking about me behind my back. But she told you before, so whatever she said about you, she didn't say behind your back because you already know how she felt. You just didn't agree with what she said about your parenting skills. But yeah, maybe she was wrong, but you never know how much the girl that told her friends, they all been hanging together for a long time, so they probably always friends. And just like y'all talking about her, she talking about y'all. I'm just saying. And then you have the tea market. Tori comes in there shading the shit out the tea market, talking about where's everybody at. We hear that Tamika said they came like 4 hours late. So she talking about we made money, but Tori's still shading it. Then Tracy from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta season 2 ended up coming. You know, the popcorn hoes bitch. She ended up coming because she's Tori's friend, and Tori invited her to, you know, support or whatever. But by then, Tamika was irritated with Tori's throwing jabs, and she was just like, "Oh, you coming up here with your green eyeshadow like your green attitude." And Tori felt some kind of way. Then they kind of bicker back and forth over the who welcomed who said hi, who gave a fuck. I don't know, but it was stupid. And I felt this the way Christine felt. That wasn't the time and the place. But like I said, Tori already had some animosity towards Tamika, so she chose to bring it there, which was out of fucking line.